Hello there and a very warm welcome to another edition of the program. I am Victor Matthias, and of course, thanks to Ini John Mekwa who stood in for me while I was away. Now, over 1.3 million children have been displaced in the Lake Chad region and are forced to live as refugees in neighboring countries due to the Boko Haram insurgency since it started in 2009 and are in urgent need of education. And since 2014, 117 children have been used in suicide attacks in the Lake Chad region, with more than 80% of them girls, according to statistics released by the United Nations. And to bring to an end this, students have launched a campaign with the hashtag Schoolgirls Not Suicide Bombers. And that's our focus on the program today. But first, the trending topics. Real Madrid outclassed the old lady from Turin to lift for the 12th time Europe's most prestigious club trophy, dashing hopes of veteran Gigi Buffon of lifting the trophy before going into retirement. And a terror attack in London got the world talking after a white van carried 3 people who stabbed people at the London Bridge before being shot dead by the police. Well, a sad incident indeed. Now let's meet our guests who join us via a Google Plus Hangout. We have Zamiat Abubakar who joins us from Yola in Adamawa State, Nigeria's northeast region, Ebuwai Uwagboy who joins us from Benin City, and Jacob Udo Jacob who joins from Yola. Well, Zamiat, let me come to you to set the ball rolling. Tell us about the Schoolgirls Not Suicide Bombers hashtag.
Okay, with the Schoolgirls Not Suicide Bombers campaign, it's basically just as it says. We're trying to advocate for girls, young girls that are being used as suicide bombers in the northeastern part of Nigeria by Boko Haram to be instead seen as schoolgirls, because these are girls who deserve their education. We started this campaign as part of a larger campaign called Women Against Violent Extremism. And we are students, like you said, from the American University of Nigeria. And we are participants currently in a global inter-university competition called the Facebook Global Digital Challenge. And, it's a challenge basically where students are encouraged to start up campaigns, digital campaigns, where they can instigate social change using the exponential power of social media.
All right, now, so let's get a sense of why you decided to start this campaign or start this hashtag.
Well, our team, most of us, if not really all of us, we're all women in the group. And we sat down and put our heads together. And one of the things that we did was we did some focus group discussions. We did surveys. We went online to do research about violent extremism. And the one thing that we realized is that and really excluded from the fight against extremism is that women are usually mostly used as tools of violence. In most places that you go to, you see that women are regarded as the second sex and that they don't really need to. They don't deserve better things in life. In some places, women are treated very terribly, and the idea behind the campaign is to educate people and let them realize that you are a woman and you are just as valuable as a man. You can do whatever it is that you can. You can do what you want, and you can challenge violent extremism despite wherever you're from. Whether you're a housewife or a lawyer or a doctor, you can challenge violent extremism. And we want to empower, mobilize women to stand up and challenge this in any way that they can.
All right, let's take a look at WAVE, which is an acronym for Women Against Violent Extremism. I mean, it is self-explanatory, but then shed more light on this topic or on this issue.
It basically started out that way because we were planning to get 100 women to each open a WhatsApp group with women that they know, and each group would contain 100 women in turn. So in that case, we'll be able to reach up to 10,000 women. But we've had more than 100 signups so far. We've had most of, well, not most, but almost 50% of our signups have actually been from the northeastern Nigeria region, from the town of Mubi, which was once occupied by Boko Haram. And we've also had signups from other parts of the country, from Kwara to Lagos to Enugu to Kaduna. And, all these women, they come together usually for a few hours a day, some all through the day, and they discuss different issues like education of the girl child and domestic violence, and sometimes just motivational messages for themselves and their relationships and their careers. So it's basically a support system, it's a network of women all across the country who are giving voice to their thoughts and creating a movement, if you will, where they can stand up against violent extremism.
And we have seen campaigns on social media preaching similar things like the BBOG, which has led to the return of some of the abducted girls, whom incidentally are in school with you. How have they settled in?
Yes, the Nigerian government has done well in bringing back some of these girls, but they need to realize that the work is far from over. It's far from done. We need to save everyone. It's not enough to save 99 and leave one. We need to save every single girl, and we need to make sure that each girl is rehabilitated properly, given proper psychosocial support, and also incorporated back into the education system. And I should say, some of the girls that escaped from Chibok are actually here at AUN. They've been in a foundation program where they've been prepared for undergraduate studies because they weren't up to that academic standard. And we've seen them grow for over a period of months. Been amazing. The passion that the zeal that these girls have for learning, it's something that stuns you, because as girls like us, we take education for granted because my parents sent me to school and there was never any question of whether or not I would get to go to school. So I see education as a right, as something that is mine. But these girls, to them, they see it as a privilege because not everyone that they know had this chance. So they've tried extra hard, they've gone the extra mile, they've been working so hard, trying to put what the trauma that they've been through behind them and trying to move forward. And now some of them are being incorporated into our undergraduate program. We have some studying communications, some studying sciences. And these are girls that will go on to become doctors and lawyers and journalists who will become our future. And that's why I said we need to save every girl. We can't just take some and leave the others just because their pictures weren't on TV.